The Rutgers football team will close out its 2015 regular season this Saturday as they'll host Big Ten rival, the Maryland Terrapins. And joining me for the last time this regular season is Tom Luicci. Now, Tom, last weekend the Scarlet Knights faced the triple option offense. This week they'll be facing more of a traditional offense, run offense with Brandon Ross in the backfield. As a defense, how do you transition your game plan?
Well, this is more back to normal for Rutgers, so it's more back to a typical game week in preparation. What is different, though, we don't know what's going to happen at quarterback for Maryland. They played 3 quarterbacks this year. They played 2 last game against Indiana. They had what was essentially their former fullback finish the game at quarterback, so that's a little different. But as you mentioned, Brandon Ross, despite those quarterback troubles, has had a great year. He rushed for 250 yards last week. He's had 8 100-yard games this season. And they're going to try and pound the ball because, again, the uncertainty at quarterback lends itself to them trying to run the ball. And yet, if they try to throw the ball, this should be a chance for an opportunity for this Rutgers defense because this Maryland team is at the bottom of the country in terms of turnovers. They have 35 this year, and they're last in the country. And I don't know if it's first or last in the Big Ten in interceptions with 28. So if Rutgers can be opportunistic, they're going to have some chances.
And the Rutgers offense was able to find a rhythm last week, relying on its running backs who rushed for over 200 yards. How can they unleash that ground game again and balance it with a healthy passing attack?
Well, we talked about Paul James being healthy again, and he rushed for over 100 yards last week. And then, you had Robert Martin, who just was on the fringe of a 100-yard game. He had 99. So they had it back. What was impressive about it, Fatu, is that they did this with a makeshift offensive line. They basically had 2 first-time starters, and they moved Chris Muller from guard to center. And to be able to do that and to run the ball effectively the way they did was pretty impressive, considering all those factors. We don't know what's going to happen with Josh Hicks. He played safety last week against Army, generally a running back. So they should be in good shape in terms of being able to run the ball. We don't know what's going to happen with the offensive line this week. But they did a nice job last week. You have to give them a lot of credit for that.
11 seniors will be honored at the start of Saturday's match. How important will it be to get a win for those young men?
Well, everybody wants to go out with the regular season, at least, with a victory. And, there's a couple of the all-time greats in here. I mean, you're talking about Leonte Carew. He's gonna go up there as an all-time great. It's just there's not a lot left. Keith Lumpkin's been a 3-year starter at left tackle. I think there's 4 fifth-year seniors. They're all starters. There's only 2 true 4-year seniors, Federico and Carew. They're both starters. So it's a good group. It's a group that's meant a lot to Rutgers over the years. They've been to 3 bowl games. Some of them have been to 4, the 5th-year seniors. So I would think that, as a parting gift for this regular season, being at home, Maryland Big Ten game, you definitely want to win.
Well, thank you, Tom. That game will air this Saturday on the Big Ten Network. Kickoff is set for 12 noon Eastern Time at High Point Solution Stadium. So fans, get in your seats early and come support those 11 seniors. For the last time this regular season with Tom Luicci, I'm Fatoumata Diallo. Have a happy Thanksgiving, everyone.